It's Week 18 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see DK Metcalf, author of an 1,100-yard season so far, and hoping to add more. It's the Giants and the Eagles, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season. We've got a good one in store between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games. On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they come in after tasting defeat for the first time in about a month as their loss snapped a 4-game winning streak. Set to get this one going. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by the former 3rd-round pick, now in his 11th NFL season, and that's Russell Wilson.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time, and he got his respect. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, it's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. Hey, look, he was great, not his best game ever, but obviously was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about, let's take that forward now. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 47 yards. You normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into Danger Russ.
And we knew that they'd try to attack the secondary, but I'm not sure that we thought they'd do it right on the first drive of the game. But here they saw an opportunity, seized it, and it's a big play right off the bat.
On first down, Wilson. It's complete to Diggs. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he's got some room to operate. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 85 catches for him on the year now. The result there is a first down.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
Again, Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
After the interception, here's Watson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Back to throw, Watson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Back to the air, Watson on second down. Oh, he'll work that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Out of the gun, Watson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Throwing on second down. Watson, man open. He's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. Touchdown, Giants! DK Metcalf hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You have a lot to handle in this one.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1. That had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
To throw again on second down. Wilson working the middle, and he's got it complete to Akins, the tight end. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. The Eagles at 9-7 now on the year. And they're coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And they were able to tough it out last week, a close one-score game. And those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team because everyone gains confidence, and they feel like they can continue to get better.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Open man downfield is Ridley. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is caught. It's Ridley. Touchdown, Eagles. Calvin Ridley, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Watson just beating the play clock. Over the middle, complete. It's Sutton. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Fournette, a first down carry. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. On 2nd and 9, Watson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the gut, Fournette. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. To throw on 2nd and 6, Watson. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Khalil Mack just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. Right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to draw that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On second down, Davis. And he gets it down to the 32. Wilson now to throw on third down. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. 7-7, our score after 1. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
From the 22, Wilson. This one caught by Ridley. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Complete to Zacchaeus. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
Now it's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jeff Swain with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Lambo to add on the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. And Lambo now after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. So it's all down to this, Week 18 on the NFL schedule, and that means that once we sort things out, we'll all be set for our 2nd ever Super Wild Card weekend, which I think everyone agrees was a runaway success last year. We got 2 games coming up on Saturday, 3 more on Sunday, and then we'll put a bow on it Monday night. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Off of play action, it's Watson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Khalil Mack, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw is Watson. Steps, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here comes Eagle on now as they get set to take over here. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. So right here, they're trying to make it 3. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now Wilson on first down. That's complete to the tight end, Akins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Play action. It's Wilson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. And Diggs has it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Wilson will throw again. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now Wilson. Going deep for Diggs. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Watson now to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Watson. That completes it again to Metcalf. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Giants first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. To the air yet again, Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
A gain of 12. First down, New York.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Watson. And he'll find Moreau here. Touchdown! Foster Moreau, 28 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from evening this one up.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. This is Javier Thomas. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now a toss to Davis going right. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing is Wilson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Fournette. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Johnny Townsend to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be Eagles football 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the 24, Wilson. Flush to his right. And Davis with it left side. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Giants. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
From the gun on third, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Khalil Mack able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's when we turn to the lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we break it down on next-gen stats, that entire play wound up taking just 2.4 seconds beginning to end. So they were on him in a hurry. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here. A little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson. Pass incomplete. And the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. Oh, Sutton, a nice catch. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Watson dumps it off to Fournette. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. On second down, here's Fournette.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Back to throw, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Just when the D thought they had the answer for it, he wouldn't change the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. He's able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
Out of the gun, Watson. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year as they have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Eagles offense back out getting set for this next drive.
They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Davis. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson, a quick throw, but incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a 1st down. Gotta love that efficiency.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Davis running right. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 32-yard line.
Here's Davis to run again on 2nd. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. Watson off play action. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Fournette on the toss to the right. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, here's Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. And out now come the Eagles.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Akins. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slam. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
To throw again is Wilson. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Complete to Zacchaeus. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. They'll try the right side here with Davis. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Third and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Akins from 8 yards out. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
On for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, it's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. Catch made, it's Moreau.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Watson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Watson looks to throw again. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here now, Johnny Townsend. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Joey Bosa showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, Can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
This offense so far on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Wilson. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Let's give him the credit he deserves because he can really do no wrong. It's got to be demoralizing for a defense to have someone who can cut up your secondary all game long with his arm and then rip off a huge gain like this with his legs. A championship effort from that man under center.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson.
Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Fournette is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants.
He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So that drive, 4 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
That's good for an Eagles.
They keep it on the ground. Oh, no, he lost the football. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's got some space here. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
A gain of 13 yards. It's now 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Throw over the middle, secured by Gordon. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. And he's got it. And he's brought down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They'll try to punch it in with Davis, and he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Mike Davis. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't get it at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Waddle will return this from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Watson to throw. Finding Sutton is going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Now Watson. A pass underneath for Fournette.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Here's Watson.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here we go. This to avoid overtime.
And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. On first down, it's Watson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Off of play action, it's Watson. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 32 on the play.
And how about that? So many times the big play is what does it in overtime. They got one there, move the ball past midfield, and now you know they're on the move, looking to score the game-winning touchdown because a field goal won't finish the game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To the air yet again, Watson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. They'll run it again with Fournette. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Now Watson. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and they'll bring up fourth down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. Hopkins' kick is good, and they have regained the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? The overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
That's good for the Eagles. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 49 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. A first down carry for Davis. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. Working the middle, and he's got it complete to Akins, the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. They'll run for it with Davis. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. 2 minutes on the clock in overtime in a 3-point ball game. So a little chunk there on first as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. Now a timeout called the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially keep this game alive in OT. And he got it. It's good. They answer with a field goal of their own to send this game into sudden death. Well, this one certainly has not lacked for intrigue. Let's keep playing. What do you say?
Fine by me. I'm loving what we're seeing here. This is a heck of a game. And now, guess what? A kicker may decide it again, and the next one that does it wins it.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. And New York set to take the field. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles, because my palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the 3rd drive of overtime. And as we know from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself, but let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. To throw, Watson. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or 2, but it's no good as it stands. And we will play on here in overtime.
Oh, that's so deflating, Brandon, because you know he was thinking to himself, just give me a shot. Just put us in a position to win the game, and I'll get it done. But this kick, not on target, and we'll keep going here.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Drama, drama, drama. We saw all of it in this one. Overtime, all the way to the end of OT. The long field goal shot to win it, but they couldn't convert.
And because it's the regular season, we don't play more bonus football. We don't go to another period. It ended right there. You get one in overtime to get it done. Look, let's face it. That field goal is a long shot to begin with. No pun intended, or maybe pun intended. But it doesn't go through, and it ends in a tie.